I don't know, I wanted to practice this and get good at this, so I'll show you what happens when you practice on this thing. What's it called again? Yeah, remember his Alec. Thank you. So that song's called The Flight of the Bumblebee. Kind of sounds like a bumblebee if they could like sing, but they don't. So that's what happens. You start from, like I said, I started with this. And I worked and I worked and I worked at it. And you can work at it with basketball. If anybody who likes to play basketball here? So do I. You see how tall I am? I'm a beast at basketball. So I'm not very coordinated. But you think LeBron James, who knows LeBron James here? Yeah, everybody knows LeBron James. He's the best in the world. But no, you think he just woke up one day and was like, I'm the greatest. But I think that he practiced at it and worked at it and worked at it. And he didn't say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. Because if he did it that day, he'd be a day better. He'd be a day better than he did if he just put it off till the next day. And he could never get that day back. So you really want to work, and you really want to, even if you don't feel like doing it, like I said, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this at all. But if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have my college paid for. I'm going to college next year because I got really good at this instrument I didn't even know how to spell. And I didn't want to do. But it's weird how if you kind of do things you don't want to do to make yourself a better person or better at things, it'll take you places and you'll get just great things out of it if you do. You do make yourself better. So also, I play the drums. I love the drums. It's my first love. And I'll show you. I'm going to bring a friend out here to help, and we're going to do a little drum thing for you guys, all right?
He's the biggest goofball in the world.
He's the what?
Biggest goofball in the world.
That is Mason Guidry. We will introduce him again later. So enjoy them. You can't use them for marimba though. Fun fact. Okay, so like I said, I love drums. I ended up loving marimba. I tried it out, I loved it. But like I said, as you go into middle school, try some new things out. Try some new activities out. Find a hobby. Get some friends that do the same hobby as you. Because we could do that all day. We won't because you guys have to go home. But we could do that all day because we love the same thing. And we love hanging out doing the same thing. So I ended up taking this marimba and decided, okay, it looks kind of like the piano. So why can't I play piano? So, Mr. Fred, if you could please and now I'm over here. It's like, okay. It ended up to be a lot harder than it looked. But just like any other instrument, I tried and I messed up a lot, watched some YouTube videos. And I ended up figuring things out with my fingers. And here we go. So just a little thing. So I took it, and I took what I knew on that, something, I just moved it over here. I applied what I learned before, and I just brought it over here. Sometimes you may think something is useless, but then you find out later, it's like, oh, I probably should have learned that. I probably shouldn't have skipped school that day. Because some days you're not going to want to go to school. Sometimes I don't want, my mom would tell you, my mom's right there, what's up, Mom? I didn't want to go to school every day, but I did, and I'm better because of that. And I took what I learned over there. Say 2 + 2, what is that? 4, good, I'm glad you know that. But if you didn't come to school that day to learn 2 + 2, you couldn't tell me that. And now, 2 + 2, I had 2 drumsticks over there, 2 drumsticks over there. What do I have? 4 drumsticks, duh. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't take something I learned and applied it to a new thing. So then, you know how in the beginning I said I really didn't want to play guitar? You guys remember that? I ended up learning how to play guitar. I was like, oh, well, I wanted to write songs, and some people express themselves by art, or some people take out their, say, frustrations, or if they're really excited, they go jump around for no reason, who knows. What I like to do is I wanted to write songs. And I saw, anybody watch American Idol? American Idol, The Voice, anything like that? I love The Voice. But I saw everybody with guitars, and I was like, oh, they look so cool, rock and roll. So I went and I picked up my dad's guitar. And this isn't his, I ended up buying one. But
Several.
But what I did was I opened up a book. You guys remember what books are? Yeah, oh, you still have them? Sorry. So I took up a book and I opened it up to an old page, and I was like, oh, I stick my finger here, and I'm like, all right, just trying to stretch it out. And I would like make sounds like this. Like, oh, that's not right. And then I kept going and I kept trying, and I watched videos, and like I said, I kept practicing and practicing, and I ended up, now I could play something, something useful. I could do. So I ended up writing a song with those 4 chords, because those are the only 4 chords I know. And I'll let you know when we play that, because I'm going to invite my friends over. But what was really important, I wouldn't have learned guitar if I didn't model myself after somebody doing something I wanted to do. So it's really important to find yourself a good role model, whether it's somebody from a sports team or a band or a cartoon. Not if they're doing like crazy things like jumping off buildings, but if they're doing like good things, you can learn stuff from them. You can learn stuff from anything, really. And what I did is I found that one person. I like a band called The Rocket somewhere. I'm sure none of you have heard of him. But he plays every instrument. I thought that was awesome. So I went and I learned, and I kept trying, and I kept doing all this stuff. And I finally learned. And so I was like, okay, I found something I want to do. I want to write songs. Did that. I wrote a song. Now, how do I go out and play those songs? Well, what do you think I did? Yeah, I got some friends. I got some friends, and I looked for the right people. I didn't choose just anybody. I chose good guys, who like the same thing. Some people, let me tell you something, it doesn't have to do with music, but I just graduated high school on Friday, and I'm looking at some of these kids. It's been 4 years, and I look where I started. I learned one instrument, and by the end of the 4 years, I learned all the instruments. I have some songs. I'm doing all this stuff. And some people, whether they're doing drugs or alcohol, because, that shows up when you're a little bit older, maybe even now, who knows. But they're doing the same old thing. 4 years later, they didn't do anything with their life. And here I am, I got all these friends playing music. We're having a good time. I'm learning all this new stuff, and it's awesome. But here they are 4 years later, with nothing to do, and they don't have a hobby, they don't have anything to have fun, and they don't have any friends to have fun with. So that's why I was saying in the beginning, find a hobby you like to do, whether it's knitting a scarf. There's tons of people who knit scarves. I don't, but there are. I chose to do music, like I said. So find something in middle school that you can really spend your time doing, and get great at that, because like I said, every one of you is great at something. And so I will introduce you to some of my friends. Let's start with Peter on the bass guitar. Let's give it up for Peter. I met Pete through a friend that I did music with, and he's like, wait, how about you try Pete? I'm like, all right. So I gave Pete a call. I was like, hey Pete, I'm just trying to make a band. Would you mind coming? And he's like, sure, I'd love to. So that was my first member. I got Pete on bass. And then I met Mike on guitar. Give it up for Mike. And guess what? I met Mike from Pete. So Pete showed me Mike. And he was in another band, because all us musicians like to go jam, we say. Let's go jam, let's go play some music. So we go do that, and Mike met Pete from that, and then I met Mike from Pete. So then, my last member of the band, you met him already, Mason. Let's give it up for Mason. So Mason, I met at my school actually. He came in, and there was like a choir rehearsal or something. He came in and he played some drums. And I was like, oh my goodness, you are so good. Can you please be in my band? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. So I'll tell you what, I'm really happy to have these guys here with me to play for you guys and learning all the songs that I wrote. What I do is I go home and I write and I go on all the instruments like I just showed you, and I try to come up with a song. So if I'm playing this, right? I would go to piano. And then I would go to drums and start playing a beat. And then I would start singing words over it, and then I'd have myself a song. So I'd have these guys come over and help me out. These are my very best friends. And we're gonna start playing some songs for you. This first song, is called Rising. It's about just something good. I can feel it coming, and it's just rising up, and I just wanna go grab hold of that and do something good with that. So this song is about just that. Sometimes you feel conflicted, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, or maybe I shouldn't give it a try, maybe I'll get made fun of, or I said, the devil on your right and God on your left. There's good, and then there's bad. So that's kind of what the song is about, and I hope you like it. It's called Rising. Devil on your right, God on your left. Have you ever felt like you lost your inner voice? Every time you hear, you have no choice. But that all fades in with the background noise. Oh, I sing, whoa, please don't go. Rising in my chest, and here's a wrong. Was I wrong for thinking I can do this on my own? All my innocence have been messed up ever since. This grace has shown me too good to be true. With progress, with every passing day, my wrong seems to forget in every way. But I've turned an eye to everything you say. Whoa, I say, whoa, please don't go. It's rising in my chest, and it's so far. Thinking I can do this on my own. Somewhere in between, the devil on your right, God on your left. Oh, please don't go. Rising in my chest, it's so far. Was I wrong? Thinking I can do this on my own. Thank you.
Tyler, why don't you move the marimba so they can see Mike? Hi, Mike.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, I'm back. So this next song I wrote about college when I wasn't sure where I was gonna be, but it ended up fine. like I said, I got a scholarship, or my whole college was paid for by that instrument I didn't want to play. And thank goodness I gave it a try. So this next song is about that. And hope you like it. It's called What I Get. I'm just sitting around, watching the snow leave from the ground. As I think about us melting like this ice. It is times like now where I just think about this town and where it will be in 2 years. There's still time to figure out. But is this what I get when I just sit here all alone? I constantly regret what I said till you on the phone. Every night I go and check if there's a message at the tone. I'm sorry that I lied. I swear I won't give up on you this time. I give you my word again. Just like our breath, we're disappearing. Is this the shit messing up your hearing? When I say to you, I won't mess up again. It's way too cold outside, you miss. Let's go inside and reminisce on old events, the good times and the bad. But is this what I get when I just see you all alone? I constantly regret what I said to you on the phone. Every night I go and check, there's a message I return. I'm sorry that I lied. I'm sitting here overthinking on becoming my best friend. As I walk through in silence, putting pictures in my head, playing out my thoughts and covering the words that I pretend. Oh, if you say I love you, don't you leave. And I sit back as my heart skips a beat. I give you my life again. Is this what I get when I just sit here all alone? I constantly regret what I said to you on the phone. Every night I go and check, yeah, the message at the turn. I'm sorry that I swear I won't give up on you this time. I give you my word again. Thank you. So now we're going to pick it up a little bit, well, a lot of it actually. Let's have some fun. What a beautiful day, what a better night. We're feeling good and we're better than alright. And I'm so nervous. We stop around the current leader so tough. And I don't know what I've been told. Please give in to the gift for no time to roll. Out the windy street, this has gone on way too long. I let go of holding on. Where we've been, I don't think I can take a thing. This is where we've been, I've been constantly wondering. It's getting hard to read between the lines, between second guesses and my boggled mind. Was I too late? Was this all wrong? Will you leave the words behind? Regretting all along the way on this broken path with you. I hope it's not the truth. Yeah, maybe this has gone on way too long. Thinking of where we've been and I let go of holding on. Cause this is where we've been and I don't miss your hand. I can take a thing. Yeah, this is where we've been and I've been constantly wondering. Yeah, maybe this has gone on way too long. Thinking about where we've been and I let go of holding on. This is where we've been and I don't think I can take a thing. Yeah, this is where we've been and I've been constantly wondering. Cool. So that was fun. Thank you guys for clapping. We're gonna do the next, Mr. Fred. I will be moving over. Hello. Hey, I'm Tyler. Nice to meet you. So this next song is called Alive. And it's just about, like, you see all these bad things happen and you see a bunch of good things happen and you just wonder, what the heck, why is all this stuff crazy happening? And it's just kind of about, you know what, at least we're living and we're trying our best and we're doing as best we can. So that song, this is what this song is about. It's called Alive. Hope you like it. Looking at everyone else, the worst thing I could have done. So the best thing was right in front of me. And I am ashamed of what I've done. I'm just addicted to this kind of fun. So maybe this life asks me, no, but do we really want to keep it all nice? Is there a reason why we wake up every day? And maybe this is not what you wanted, but you're here right now, and that counts for something. And I'm dying to see somehow. Oh, I'm struggling to stay.